Hello guys, welcome once again. This is Victoria. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can draw realistic eyes even as a beginner. I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks to help you achieve this realism. So come along with me. If you are new here, I welcome you. Kindly hit the subscribe button to be a part of this learning family. The first thing I'm doing is shading the base layer of the iris with a 2B pencil. You can use an HB pencil as well. Then I'm using the hatching method to shade the iris, after which I blend it with a dry brush. If you have watched my previous videos, you would know how much I talk about layering your shadings, as you cannot achieve realism without layering. So one layer, then the next layer, then the next layer, and the next layer. In between layering, make sure you are blending with whatever blending tool you prefer until you achieve your desired depth. Note that when shading, it's very important to hold your pencil at an angle far away from the pencil lead. This will ensure your strokes are easy to blend. Guys, I'm so sorry. I did not know my camera stopped recording at this point. All I did while the camera cut was just to use the charcoal pencil and powder to darken the pupil and the iris of the eyes respectively. The next step with my electric eraser is to add white wavy lines to create the texture of the iris. Of course, you can use a Monozero eraser for this, or even a kneaded eraser. Once I'm done with the eraser portion, I'm going to grab my charcoal pencil to add texture lines in between the white lines. I'm going to be adding around the pupil, the corner of the iris, and also extend the line towards the middle of the iris. The next step is to blend gently with a dry brush. So I'm just going to repeat the previous steps, which is add the white lines with the electric eraser, add dark lines between the white lines, and blend with a dry brush. And I'll be doing this until I'm satisfied with what I have. Moving on to the white part of the eyes called the sclera. I'm going to fill the sclera with a base shading using a 2B graphite, and then I'm going to blend with a tissue paper. I love the smoothness that one can get when using the tissue paper to blend, and this is why it is the people's choice. So let's make a shout out to tissue paper. Woohoo! To build a second layer of the sclera, I'm going to still use the same 2B graphite, but I'm just going to intensify the pressure so the shade can get darker, and I'll also blend again with the tissue paper. To make things darker and more interesting, I'm going in with my brush dipped in charcoal powder. The mistake I see beginner artists make is not shading the sclera because they think it's just white.
Oh, it's just white? All I see is white? Why do I have to shade it? I'm so scared.
Oh yeah, that was on a lighter note, but if you don't shade the white part of the eyes, the end result is going to be a flat eyes, which is not going to look realistic in any way. The next step is to add the reflection of the eyelashes using a 4B charcoal pencil. and I'm going to repeat that same step using a darker charcoal pencil. The next step is to shade the eyelid, and same as always, we will use our 2B pencil to create the base layer and blend thoroughly with our dear tissue paper. After I'm done with the base shading, I'm going to go in with my brush dipped in a charcoal powder to darken the eyelid. This bigger brush allows me to shade a larger area of drawing faster, and it gives me a smoother result. So that's what I'm going to be using to cover the large areas. To achieve a smooth blend, one tip that works for me is to scratch off some charcoal dust to my drawing paper using a razor blade. Then I go in with the big fluffy brush to blend in a circular motion. This simple trick does the magic for me. To add some skin texture, I'm going to use the FBB charcoal pencil to add small dots and short wavy lines. Then I blend with a brush and I will go in with the Monozero Eraser to create the highlight around the texture. You can also use the Kneaded Eraser. If you don't have the Monozero Eraser, it works just fine. Once I notice the tip of my Monozero Eraser is blunt already, I like to sharpen it by rubbing it against a sandpaper. This will give me a cleaner highlight. The next step is to draw the eyelashes, and this part excites me the most because it adds life to the eyes, and I have a tutorial already on how you can draw the eyelashes, and I listed the tips and tricks and the mistakes to avoid as a beginner, so I'm going to be linking it in the description box, so make sure you watch it. Voila, this is the final result. If you stayed to this very end, I want to appreciate you, and I hope that you have learned one or two things that you can also apply to your drawing to help you achieve realism, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.